Hello, it's Joe Lyons. In this video on regular expressions, we're going to cover quantifiers, which basically means how many times you're going to match a certain character. And in this example here, what I've started off was just saying, alright, look for a space, \s is any sort of a white space, I shouldn't say space, it's any sort of white space, so a tab it would pick up as well. And then look for any lowercase letters A to Z, but because I have it case insensitive, it'll look for either. And right now, that's all I've got, right? So it's finding this is the white space, or in my case it's spaces, followed by a letter. And so that's what you can see highlighted below. Now the dot is going to say look for the preceding character, look for one character, a single character of the previous thing you highlighted, right? And so if I keep putting in dots, it'll keep matching the thing before it. So a dot will match any single character except for the new line, but you can turn that off with the dot all option, which I'm not going to cover right now, but for the most part, just remember the dot will match any single character. The asterisk is a really greedy wildcard. It will match 0 or more times, right? So even if it doesn't match, it'll find 0 or more, that's why it's very greedy, and greedy means it'll make matches more often than not, right? It'll go ahead and try to match basically everything it can. So I typically, unless I have a good reason, I stay away from using the asterisk, but often it does work, especially if you have a qualifier after it. Like if I put in another \s, so I have another space there, or white space, it'll match anything in between two spaces, right? So that's a good example of using the star. Now a question mark will match 0 or 1 times. So we still have the 0 match, but it'll match up to 1 time, which is handy. The plus sign will force it to say it has to match at least once, but it'll match 1 or more times, which is also very convenient. Just what I did when I first was doing this is I made a little cheat sheet to myself and just had to think through exactly what am I trying to match. Now, some of the other fun ones is you can put in brackets here, and I'm going to put in a number here, and that's going to say exactly how many. So let's start off with 4. That'll match exactly 4 of these. So it's going to look for the white space, or space in this case, and then 4 letters, exactly 4, right? I didn't give it any flexibility. If I want to say 4 or more, I can add a comma here, and because I didn't add in this other second parameter, it's going to basically say the minimum is 4, and then match an unlimited number there, right? I think if I left this blank and put in a 4 here, no, I guess I do have to put in a 0 to 4, so that'll give me a range. I can match 0 up to 4, let's say up to 3, right, up to 2, so I can look for the specific number of these. Well, I shouldn't say specific because it's a range. If I want the specific, I just list 1. So that is the quick and dirty on quantifiers. I highly recommend you play with them, especially stay away from the star unless it really makes sense, or that you have following patterns after. Again, so if I put in the star here, and then I wanted another / here, when I put in the group, so this is going to give me a group, and when I look at the groups, it'll highlight what group is getting caught here. So that first one is a D. I guess it's getting. Did I? Oh, that should have been inside there. Okay. So it skipped the first word because that has the capital in it, and I don't have this. I do have this case. Ignore case. That's interesting. Oh, because it's looking for a white space on the left, right? If I had a space here, then it would have grabbed hello instead. But that's it. Thank you.